ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪੂਰਾ ਜੇ ਮਿਲੇ, ਪਾਈਏ ਰਤਨ ਵਿਚਾਰ। ਮਨ ਦੀਜੈ ਗੁਰ ਆਪਣੇ, ਪਾਈਏ ਸਰਬ ਪਿਆਰ। ਮਨ ਦੀਜੈ ਗੁਰ ਆਪਣੇ, ਪਾਈਏ ਸਰਬ ਪਿਆਰ। ਪਾਈਏ ਸਰਬ ਪਿਆਰ, ਪਾਈਏ ਸਰਬ ਪਿਆਰ। ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ। ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ, ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ, ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ। ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪੂਰਾ ਜੇ ਮਿਲੇ, ਪਾਈਏ ਰਤਨ ਵਿਚਾਰ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪੂਰਾ ਜੇ ਮਿਲੇ, ਪਾਈਏ ਰਤਨ ਵਿਚਾਰ। ਪਾਈਏ ਰਤਨ ਵਿਚਾਰ, ਪਾਈਏ ਰਤਨ ਵਿਚਾਰ। ਮਨ ਦੀਜੈ ਗੁਰ ਆਪਣੇ, ਪਾਈਏ ਸਰਬ ਪਿਆਰ। ਮਨ ਦੀਜੈ ਗੁਰ ਆਪਣੇ, ਪਾਈਏ ਸਰਬ ਪਿਆਰ। ਮੁਕਤ ਪਦਾਰਥ ਪਾਈਏ, ਅਵਗਣ ਮੇਟਣ ਹਾਰ। ਮੁਕਤ ਪਦਾਰਥ ਪਾਈਏ, ਅਵਗਣ ਮੇਟਣ ਹਾਰ। ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ। ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ, ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ, ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ, ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ। ਪੁੱਛੋ ਬ੍ਰਹਮੇ ਨਾਰਦ, ਵੇਦ ਪਿਆਸੈ ਕੋਏ। ਪੁੱਛੋ ਬ੍ਰਹਮੇ ਨਾਰਦ, ਵੇਦ ਪਿਆਸੈ ਕੋਏ। ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ, ਪਾਈ ਰੇ। ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ, 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 ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ। ਪਾਈ ਰੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ ਜੀ ਪਾਈ ਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ 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 When we started, there were very few of you. So let's start again with Fateh, Sare Ral Milke. The idea of doing the Fateh is so that we can all bring our concentration to the present moment. Bring your concentration to now, here. Concentrate on the fact that you are here, present, in the presence of Sahib Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and focus your mind on Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and Bla Fateh, Sare Ral Milke. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. It's good to be back in a physical Samelan after about 2 or 3 years, I think. 2019 was our last Samelan, probably, physical Samelan. 2021 we didn't have a Samelan, it was virtual. I was absent. 2022 we are having a physical Samelan. So it's good to be back. And I was just thinking a few days ago, while watching the Morocco and Portugal match, that how wonderful all of you must be to sacrifice so much to be here. And I really take my hats off to all of you. Fantastic. Really good job. Because when I used to come to Samelan, when people like me and Indapal Virji were your age, there were very little distractions at home. During school holidays, we got nothing to do. We on the TV, RTM 1, RTM 2, TV 3. Then later, few years later, when NTV 7 came, very, very boring. You feel like hanging yourself sometimes. It's becomes so boring. So we want to go out. We want to go and play with our friends. We want to do something really physical, Go out there, play games, meet our friends. Spend as much time as possible outside the house. So when the Samelan used to come, that was 1 week that we had reserved for ourselves during the holidays. And those days, Gyani Minder Singh Khalsa was the one who used to do the IPS. Every IPS, almost some of the Samelans, I remember Bentong, Ipoh, Guru Nanak Institute, almost every IPS was Khalsa Ji. He used to sit down there and he used to say, this is 1 week for us to recharge ourselves, recharge our batteries, bring back our focus to our Guru. Look back at our lives. Where have we progressed? Have we progressed spiritually? Have we become better people by coming closer to the Guru? Or are we going further from the Guru? Are we going further from the teachings of the Guru? So it was really wonderful. We used to look forward to the Samelan. But today, you got Amazon Prime at home waiting for you. You got Netflix. You got FIFA, isn't it? So many other things. And I'm really amazed that all of you could put all this aside for 1 week and be here. I want to give all of you a Jakara. Bole Sonehal. Yes, you should congratulate yourself for being here, because there is obviously a yearning in you to come and meet your Guru, to get to know your Guru better, to get to know your fellow Sikhs, brothers and sisters better. That one also important, to get to know the Sangat, the people around you. The people around you who can make a positive change in your lives. That's very important. Because in the Samelan, it is a controlled environment. So to a certain extent, we can control the kind of information that is given to you, correct? We can control the information. Of course, you can still have your gadgets, or some people got one hidden handphone somewhere, can still access some Wi-Fi. Maybe you can try. But generally, the information is controlled. So the idea is to make the information and your learning here as positive as possible. I want to know whether you all are following what I'm saying. Can you all understand? Is it simple enough for all of you? Because nowadays I know that kids are much, much smarter. When I was 15, I probably was half your intellect. Now you all are 15, you all are like already talking about aerospace engineering. So I'm considering you all to be those kind of kids, the kids of today's age. Yeah, right? Okay, so well done for coming to the Samelan. And the Samelan theme which we just sung, we sang it a bit differently. We thought, very high tempo and all that. By the third day, maybe you all a bit tired, we can sing a bit slower. Pai re gurbin gyan na hoy. Oh, my fellow brothers and sisters, my siblings. And this Shabad is by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji is talking to the entire humanity. He's not just talking to Sikhs. Our Bani is for the entire humanity. Everybody. The entire humanity, Guru Nanak Dev Ji is telling them, oh, my brothers and sisters, because Guruji says, Ek Pita, Ekas ke ham barak, tu mera gurhai. In this entire universe, there is one Father, Ek Pita. And we are all the children of that one Father. Ekas ke ham barak, tu mera gurhai. You are our Savior, our Guru, the Lord Vaheguru Paramatma. So when Guru Nanak says, Paire, he's talking to all of us, he's talking to the entire humanity. Gur bin gyan na hoye. Now I'm going to suggest to you that the word Gora here does not mean Guru. Will you agree with me? Will you agree with me? Because Guruji didn't say Guru bin gyan na hoye. Guruji said Gur bin gyan na hoye. So when Guruji uses this kind of words, because Gurbani is all poetry, is all poetry. So sometimes you have to read and read and read. After half your life has passed on, reading the same Japji Sahib, suddenly it strikes you, oh my God, this is what my Guru is telling me. I've been reading this and I've been trying to understand what it means. Now I know what my Guru is telling me. So in this Shabad, I'm going to suggest to you, but you don't have to accept what I say, okay? There's freedom. There's freedom to accept and believe what you want to believe in the house of Guru Nanak. My understanding, based on what I've read and learned and listened to a lot of people, when the word Gore is used, it doesn't just merely refer to the physical Guru, or Guru Granth Sahib, or Guru Nanak Dev Ji, or Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj, or Guru Har Gobind Parchar. Gore refers to the teachings and the messages and the wisdom of the Guru. And what we call popularly as Shabad Guru, the Shabad. The Shabad is our Guru. When you go back to ancient Punjabi, the word Gora is used when you want to go to a teacher. Let's say you are weak in a particular subject, particular topic of admits. Okay? So some of your friends tell you, hey, there's this one teacher, he is very good in this particular area of maths. You go and learn from him. So you tell your parents, they arrange your tuition. So in Punjabi, those days they used to say, when you come back from the teacher, the parents will ask the student, Tenu o teacher ko gor mil gaya? Gor. Have you got the method or not? The understanding, the gor. That means the way to solve the problem, the method. So it is actually a word used by our forefathers in Punjabi to say Gor means the method, the understanding, the teaching. Gor bin, without that method, without the Shabad Guru, we are in darkness. Je so chanda ugve. We hear this in Asa Divar. Imagine there are 100 moons that are lit up in the sky. Then all of a sudden, within that 100 moons, Suraj chade hajar. Hajar means what? How much? 1,000. Yeah, you all are very good in Punjabi. Suraj chade hajar. This is Gurbani. I am not quoting from some book somewhere. And many of you all probably know this. It's Gurbani. It's Asa Divar. Je so chanda ugve Suraj chade hajar. Ete chanan hondeya. In spite of so much of light and brightness, Gorbin, without the teachings and wisdom of the Guru, Guruji says, Kor Andar, there is pitch darkness, in spite of there being so much of light outside. So when Guruji says, Gorbin Kor Andar, Guruji is talking about within our minds, in our hearts and minds and our souls. It is still pitch black if you are not connected to the method and the teachings and the Shabad of the Guru. In another Shabad, Guruji says, Gorbin Kor Andar, Gorbin Kor Andar, Guru Bina Samajna Aave. Then Guru is used. Without the method, there is pitch darkness. Guru Bina Samajna Aave. Without the true Guru, the true Master, you cannot get the understanding. Even the understanding for the Shabad and the Bani comes from the Guru's blessings. We keep reading. When the time comes, the meaning, the experience will be revealed to you. In this Shabad, which is your theme Shabad for the Samelan, everything that I've said just now is explained. In the first line, Guruji says, meeting the perfect true Guru, Satguru Pura Je Mile Paye Ratan Bichar. When I meet the true Guru, what do I obtain? What is the gift that the Guru gives me? What is it that I want to ask the Guru? Paye Ratan Bichar. Ratan is like a jewel. The jewel of meditative reflection. Is that what the meaning says? Yeah, okay. I think I got the same translation. This translation is by Sant Singh MD. He's a doctor. He's a Gora. The person who did this translation is a white man. Do you know that? Do you know that they took a white man to sit down and translate Guru Granth Sahib first into English? His name is Sant Singh MD. He's a medical doctor. One of the 3HO from America. So someone must have told him, we Gores, we don't understand this Punjabi. Can you sit down and maybe do something about it? So he said, yes, okay. So he spent, why you're laughing? My English not so good. Okay, so he spent a lot of his time, a lot of effort, he came up with the meaning. Okay, so he gave us a lot of literal meanings. A lot of the meanings are literal. Because this poetry, right? You'll understand what is poetry. Any of you all doing literature in school? I'm sure there are a few of you all who are studying literature. Yeah, very good. In Malay is what a literature? Sastra. Kesu Sastra and Melayu, is it? Or something else? Okay. I forgot already. Buddhe ho gaye. So now, Gurbani is in, what in Punjabi we say, Kav Pasha, in poetic language. So Guruji uses a lot of similes, metaphors, proverbs, which were popular in those days to make people understand Gurbani. That is why you got to delve deeper. And as you delve deeper in Gurbani, Guru Granth Sahib, almost every simile or metaphor is actually explained by Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj in Gurbani itself. So you got to really internalize the messages and read. And I was told today my topic is about application. And I think this morning our Sabka Jathedar, Father Jasbir, you all know his Father Jasbir, right? This morning he was giving the IPS, or was it afternoon? I think it was delayed because there was some Ranchangan Targandala, so the IPS was delayed. So you all heard Father Jasbir giving the IPS this morning, and he talked about application. Application about the teachings of Gurbani in our lives. Okay, so think about that and think about this Shabad. Satguru Pura Je Mile Paye Ratan Bichar. The meditative contemplation the Guru is going to give me. What is that meditative contemplation? The Guruji talks about changing our lives. Gurbani essentially is a tool to have a paradigm shift in our spiritual lives. If you want a summary in one word, what is Gurbani? Gurbani is a tool which we use to have a paradigm shift in our spirituality, in our spiritual lives. Because the normal people like me, our focus is on money, work, bringing up our children, success, trying to look good on social media, trying to impress the people around me, trying to show I'm cleverer than somebody else, trying to show I'm a very good footballer. That is the general things, right? It's all within us. All of us have this. So the paradigm shift comes when we start looking instead of outside, instead of trying to get Satisfaction from outside, the outside world, we try to look inside, internalize and tell ourselves, if I want to be happy, I have got to change. I have got to connect with my internal, the Vaheguru that is within me, the God that is within me. That is the purpose of Gurbani. So if you look at it from that angle, suddenly the entire Gurbani starts to make sense to you. And it's very easy to apply it in our lives. Look at that as your objective, to want to change internally, and then look at this. Satguru Pura Je Mile. If I meet the true Guru, the complete Guru, the perfect Guru, Paiye Ratan Bichar, he gives me the meditative contemplation so that I can look at myself every morning when I get up and think, today do I have any envy in me, any greed in me? Am I trying to cheat somebody today? Did I say something bad to my mother last night before sleeping and she cried herself to sleep? Or my father, did I hurt somebody's feelings? If you start asking yourself these questions in life, then you're on the right path. You're moving in the right direction on meditative contemplation because you're trying to change yourself and not other people. A person who is spiritual will change himself, and then when people look at him, they will say, this guy is such a wonderful person. They get inspired. And that is what our gurus did. They changed themselves, internalized the messages. I think I'm talking a bit too much. I think you all want to maybe sing some Shabad. Let us sing this again. Do you like the slow beat or you want the faster beat? Faster. How is the fast beat? Paire, 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 ज्ञान न होए, गुर बिन ज्ञान न होए, गुर बिन ज्ञान न होए, गुर बिन ज्ञान न होए। पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे, ज्ञान न होए, गुर बिन ज्ञान न होए, गुर बिन ज्ञान न होए। पूछो ब्रह्म नारद वेद व्यास कोय, पूछो ब्रह्म नारद वेद व्यास कोय। पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे। ज्ञान त्यान तुन जानिए, अकथ कहावे सोए। सफल्यो बिरख हरियावला, शाम कनेरी होए। लाल जवे हर मान की, गुर पंडारे सोए। लाल जवे हर मान की, गुर पंडारे सोए। पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे, पाई रे, गुर बिन ज्ञान न होए, 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 गुर बिन ज्ञान न होए। That was my attempt to sing the fast beat. Okay, we were talking about application and the purpose of Gurbani in our lives. Why is it that our gurus, all the 10 gurus, connected us eventually to Shabad Guru, Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj, the wisdom. So in order to understand what was happening during the time of our gurus and how we came to have Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Shabad Guru, wisdom, the Gur as our Gyan, as our enlightenment. Remember the pitch darkness, in spite of all the light outside, the pitch darkness within, Gurbani is going to light up that pitch darkness in your hearts. That is the purpose. So during the time of the gurus, during the time of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, there were a lot of people who were engaged in a lot of rituals. There were some people who used to go to pilgrimages. You know what is a pilgrimage, right? They go to a holy place and then they bathe in the river like Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati. They got so many rivers. They got so many places of pilgrimage. Athat Tirat, 68 main places of pilgrimage for the Hindu, Sanatan brothers and sisters. They have, according to their faith. And they believe that if you, in your lifetime, you go to all 68, you can attain salvation. You can attain mukti. So your soul goes back to God in a very nice, maybe heaven or whatever. And, in this life, even if you suffer, is okay. But, you'll get a nice place in heaven. That's their belief. Guru Nanak says, what is important to you, what I'm going to teach you is not how to die, not where to go after dying. I'm going to teach you how to live your life. I'm going to give you a method that will teach you how to obtain God and be with God and live with God and be the image of God even while you are still alive, while you're in this world. And our gurus were examples of this transformation. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was the guru, the first guru while he was still alive. Guru Nanak Dev Ji had a Sikh called Pai Jodh Ji. Pai Jodh Ji used to live in a town which was a bit far from where Guru Nanak Dev Ji was. But he used to visit Guru Nanak Dev Ji as often as possible. So whenever there's, not school holidays, he was a working person. Whenever he had time from his business or he used to travel for his business, he will make sure he stops by, sits down, listens to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, attends the Sadh Sangat, reads the Bani, tries to understand, talk to Guruji, try to understand about life. And Pai Jodh Ji, not Pai Jodh Singh, Pai Jodh Ji's life was transformed. When he went back to his village, every time he used to come back to his village, people will look at him and say, something different about this guy, Pai Jodh Ji. Pai Jodh Ji he had a small shop, a provision shop. So he used to sell things like atta, dal, those days, khanda, sugar, rations, the normal rations. So, the ladies and parents will go to the shop and buy things from him, Sauda Kardesi, Pai Jodh Ji. So everybody had a lot of interaction with Pai Jodh Ji. And in this village, the chief of the village was a guy called Pai Lena. Pai Lena was the Pangulu of this village. And Pai Lena was the leader of the village when it came to all the celebrations, the rituals, and going to pilgrimages, going to the hills to pray to the gods and goddesses. Pai Lena was like the leader, the chief. He was the big chief in that village. So Pai Lena had a lot of interaction with Pai Jodh Ji. And he noticed this change in Pai Jodh Ji. He saw that Pai Jodh Ji was beaming with happiness, joy, contentment, love, so much of transformation in him. He was like a very happy person. He had so much of joy. And everybody who talked to him felt that joy, overwhelming joy. You know how they say sometimes a smile is so infectious. Somebody smiles at you even though you're feeling bad, you're down, but someone smiles at you, you tend to smile. You tend to smile back. It's human nature. So just like that, he used to uplift the people around him. He used to talk about God. He used to talk about virtues. He became very, very honest in his dealings when he used to sell things. Never cheat anybody. Never give a... sometimes when they weigh lesser and cheat people, the shopkeepers. He didn't used to do all that. He stopped doing all of those things. Or probably never even did it before. He was a very pure-hearted person. So Pai Lena, who was the chief of this village, he used to take every year one group of the village people, ladies and men, and they used to chant and sing and walk all the way to the hills to go to their gods and goddesses to pray, Mata Rani or somewhere. They got their one deity up in the hills, and they used to go in a group every year. Every year they used to do their yatra, their pilgrimage. And Pai Jodhji stopped going in these pilgrimages. So Pai Lena one day came to meet Pai Jodhji, and he told Pai Jodhji, nowadays I don't see you coming with us, joining us for our pilgrimages. Pai Jodhji said, my place of pilgrimage now is my Guru. So Pai Lena was very disturbed. He said, your Guru? Who is this Guru? I mean, we all believe in this, this goddess and all. She protects our village and, all our bounty, our richness, whatever, our farms. She protects all of us, this deity that we pray to. And, you are now talking about some other Guru. You sasat already. He said, no. He said, I have found a Guru who has given me eternal happiness through his Bani, through his Gora. Remember the word Gora? So I'm going to use the word Gora and Guru differently, okay? So just pay attention, then you can understand better the difference, okay? So he said, I now have the Gora in me because my Guru is Guru Nanak and he has taught me. And then he said, okay, what are his teachings? And then Pai Jodhji told him, you come in the morning, tomorrow morning you come early to my shop, we sit down together and we'll do Japji Sahib. I know it by heart. I know Japji Sahib by heart. And you listen to the Japji Sahib, and you will understand what is the essence of life, what is the purpose of life, and where the eternal happiness lies. So, Pai Lena was generally a spiritual person. He agreed. He said, okay, no problem. I'm open-minded, I'm willing to listen. So Pai Lena ji came the next day, and he heard Japji Sahib from the mouth of Pai Jodhji, first time. He heard Japji Sahib. And guess what? Pai Lena said, I need to meet your Guru. I want to know whose Bani this is. Because the things that are said there challenge a lot of beliefs that I have. A lot of my beliefs are being challenged by Guru Nanak. I thought we can go pilgrimage, we can keep ourselves clean, bathe in all the holy waters, do this ritual, do that ritual, and we will get salvation. But your Guru is saying, no. This is not the means to become a happy person while you are alive, or become successful, or attain bliss. Your Guru is saying something else. I need to meet this Guru and understand him better. Then you all know, you have heard the story, right? How Pai Lena, the next year, he goes with his group. Well, they go on the pilgrimage. Pai Lena takes a detour. He takes a detour. He says, you all carry on. I will catch up with you all. I will take a detour. He was on a horse. He said, I will take a detour to where Guru Nanak Dev Ji is. I want to meet this Guru. And then he comes to where Guru Nanak Dev Ji is in the village, and we all heard the story. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is in the fields, right, plowing the fields. Have you all heard the story? How Guru Pai Lena, first time he meets Guru Nanak Dev Ji, guess what? He doesn't even recognize him. He doesn't recognize Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is an old man wearing very normal clothes of a farmer. Hands are all dirty because he's working the fields. The turban is like, what they say, lorry vaji. Like as if he had a small mishap, fell down, and then he had to put the turban back on. That kind of, just wrapped around the head. Not like how we tie our turbans today. So a very simple person. He thought this is a simple farmer. So he asked the simple farmer, excuse me, I want to meet Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Do you know where his place is? I heard that he lives in this village. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Purkha. He referred to him as Purkha. O person. Purkha is like person. Yeah? Like it's an endearing word to use for a fellow human being. Purkha. You will not be able to find him. Let me take you to Guru Nanak's place. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji holds the reins of the horse, walks in front and takes Pailena to his own house. And then Guru Nanak Dev Ji told him, you go inside and clean yourself and you can wait. Guru Nanak Dev Ji will come and meet you. Guru Nanak Dev Ji goes in a different direction, changes, puts on his clean clothes, then comes out and sits. And Pailena then is amazed that this is the person I thought was an ordinary farmer. This is Guru Nanak. Something to think about. Today when we see the holy people around us, you can immediately tell, right, that they are holy, like me, see, wearing all sorts of extra wardrobe, all sorts of nice garments, trying to show ourselves as holy. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji says the holiness is not in the clothes you wear. Your holiness is in how you behave, your character, how you treat other people, how you live your life, the standards by which you live your life. Do you have standards by which you live your life? If you don't have standards, you can compromise everything. Then you can wear the holiest of clothes. In the eyes of Guru Nanak, you are not holy. You are not spiritual. So now, Pailena is going to start his journey of learning and understanding Gurbani. He lives with Guru Nanak Dev Ji for many, many years, 14 years, serving Guru Nanak Dev Ji at a very old age, doing his seva. He forgets about his family, his village, all his villagers who had gone for the pilgrimage. He decides that this is the place where I want to live, I want to learn, and the joy that I see in this Guru, I want that joy in me. I want to become like him. That is the purpose. Now, when I started off, I said Gurbani has the power to transform us, correct? Transform us inside, internally. Today we're going to talk about, when we talk about application, we're going to talk about how that transformation takes place, according to Gurbani. Now, Gurbani, we all know, is written by 6 of our Gurus, Guru Nanak all the way to Guru Arjan Dev Ji, 1st to 5th, and then the 9th Guru. All the 6 Gurus out of the 10 contributed to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj through their Shabads. And then there are some Pagats, correct? We have heard, right? Pagat Kabir, Pagat Namdev, Pagat Sen. All these Pagats have contributed Gurbani. And what we have today is a compilation of the experience, spiritual experience, vision and feelings of 35 supreme saints in the form of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. That is Gurbani. It is the experience of these people. To make you understand what I mean, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a relationship with somebody of the opposite sex. Boyfriend, girlfriend you come to Samelan, you meet one girl, you all like each other, start corresponding, first WhatsApp, then email, then Snapchat or whatever other chat you all have. You start corresponding with her. And the relationship blooms and develops. You'll become very close. You like each other. Okay? It happens, right? Or are you all unfamiliar with this concept? You all are familiar with this concept, right? You all are all grown up. Okay. I'm not talking to Nikkei Khalsa here. Okay. Thanks for clarifying that. Because I saw some blank faces all like feelings very scared. What is this Virji talking about? Okay. So, no. Now, when you write to each other, sometimes after you all interact, let's say you have a long phone conversation with that girl or boy that you like. After that, sometimes, in my time, I don't know whether you all do it today, some of us keep a diary. Then we write our experience. Today, Gurpyar Singh called me at 5 o'clock in the evening and we spoke for 45 minutes. And then he said such loving things to me. I told him about my problems. I had a very bad day today. The teacher scolded me. I didn't finish my homework. So he comforted me. I felt so good. It was so nice talking to him. After speaking to him, all my problems disappeared. Now I feel so good. I feel so refreshed. I love him so much. But you write in your diary, you're not telling Guru Pyar Singh this. So Guru Prem Kaur is writing in her diary about Guru Pyar Singh. And then Guru Pyar Singh is writing in his diary. Today I spoke to Guru Prem Kaur. It was so nice talking to her. It was a wonderful experience. I feel that she makes me a better person. She's so loving and kind. She understands my problems. He's writing his experience about his love. Let me tell you that Gurbani is what the Bhagats talk about, is their diary about their love with God. Gurbani is the diary of all our gurus and the 35 spiritual beings talking about their love story and their experience and how God makes them feel. Now when you read Gurbani, look at it that way. They are telling you how God makes them feel, how God makes them happy, how God makes them feel loved, how God makes them feel understood, how God brings out joy in them whenever they meet. And if sometimes they feel like they are far from God or they're not feeling His presence, they feel discomfort, like, longing. Those are we have been blessed with those experiences. And when we read Gurbani, those experiences is what we should start feeling in our lives. Like for example, there is a Shabad, So Satgur Pyara Mere Naal Hai, Jithe Kithe Menu Laye Chadai. Guruji says, that beloved Lord of mine is with me at all times. Whenever I am in trouble, He is the one that comes and saves me. How does He save me? By giving me the wisdom of how to react and deal with my problems, giving me the strength to overcome my problems, giving me the strength and the wisdom as how to use my intellect to overcome my problems, to understand the problem and to overcome it, and sometimes to comfort myself and to kill my ego. Sometimes I'm hurt because my ego is hurt. Guruji comes and helps me. So Guruji is saying, So Satguru Pyara Mere Naal Hai, Jithe Kithe Menu Laye Chadai. Guruji is expressing his experience, his love experience with God, Vaheguru Paramatma. And when we start reading that Shabad, and if we feel that God is with us and God's wisdom is guiding us in this life and teaching us in applying that knowledge to our lives, we feel loved, we feel understood, we feel that we can deal with all the problems that come our way. If you're not feeling that experience, then perhaps we may not be reading Gurbani correctly. We may be just reading it like as if it's mantra, without understanding the meaning, without thinking about what message the Guru is trying to convey to me and how I need to react and understand and apply this message in my life. So we are so fortunate. I always feel that as a Sikh, I'm probably the most fortunate person in the world because I have a Guru that talks to me about his experiences every day. I can randomly pick out a Shabad. I think someone in the earlier session said, that we get Hukam Namas, every day there's a Hukam Nama. Maybe that is your message for the day. I think it was one of the morning IPS, I heard one of the Virjis saying, the Hukam Nama of the day. Make that a message for yourself. Make that the experience that you are going to feel for today. Tomorrow morning's Hukam Nama, I want to experience that feeling that, let's say it's Guru Ramdas Ji's Hukam Nama, and Guru Ramdas Ji says something wonderful to you in the form of Hukam Nama. Try to feel that, put yourself in Guru Ramdas Ji's place and feel that, experience that feeling. We are going to sing a Shabad now, and just to break the monotony, I think we got about another half an hour or so. Then I will end with a little bit of more discussion, and hopefully we would have all learned and enjoyed ourselves this evening. The Shabad is Mel Layo Dayal, Tepe Dwarya, Rakh Levo Deen Dayal, Paramat Boharya. It is a Shabad by Guru Arjan Dev Ji, I believe. Yes. Rag Jaitsri, Mahela Panjwa, Paudi, Tan Guru Arjan Dev Ji, our fifth master. Guruji is saying, remember, Guruji is expressing his experience, his feeling and his love for God, Vaheguru Paramatma. In this way, Guruji says, Mail Layo Dayal, O merciful one. Dayal means merciful Lord. Have mercy upon me. Mail Layo Dayal, Tape Dwarya. I have fallen at your door. So you need to think this is poetry, because God doesn't have a door somewhere saying God. There's no door that you're going to find in this world which says God on it. And then you open the door and God is sitting inside. Hello. No such thing. Okay? Guruji is using expressive language, metaphors, because this is poetry. He said, I've fallen at your door. Have mercy upon me and connect me with yourself. Connect me with your virtues. Mail layo dayal, tape dwarya, rakh levo deen dayal. Protect me. Protect my honor. I'm meek. I'm very weak. Deen Dayal. I'm no one. In other words, Guruji is discarding his ego. He's in spite of being a guru, he's telling, I'm nobody. I really need your help. I need your blessings. Rakh leo Deen Dayal Paramat Boharya. I have been wandering all over this world looking for your support, looking for you. Connect me to yourself. Let's sing this wonderful Shabad. This is, by the way, Rohan Raj's favorite Shabad, so he requested. So I hope he does most of the singing. रख ले वो दीन दयाल रख ले वो दीन दयाल रख ले रख ले वो दीन दयाल रख ले वो दीन दयाल रख ले वो दीन दयाल रहमत बहारिया भगत वछल तेरा बिरद हर पतत उधारिया
ਭਗਤ ਬਛਲ ਤੇਰਾ ਬਿਰਦ ਹਰ ਪਤਤ ਉਧਾਰਿਆ। ਭਗਤ ਬਛਲ ਤੇਰਾ ਬਿਰਦ ਹਰੇ ਹਰੇ ਪਤਤ ਉਧਾਰਿਆ ਪਤਤ ਉਧਾਰਿਆ।
ਭਗਤ ਵਛਲ ਤੇਰਾ ਬਿਰਦ
ਹਰ ਪਤਤ ਉਧਾਰਿਆ। ਤੁਝ ਬਿਨ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਏ ਬਿਨੋ ਮੋਹ ਸਾਰਿਆ।
ਤੁਝ ਬਿਨ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਏ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਏ ਬਿਨੋ ਮੋਹ ਸਾਰਿਆ। ਤੁਝ ਬਿਨ
ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਏ ਬਿਨੋ ਮੋਹ ਸਾਰਿਆ।
ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ
ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਦੀਨ ਦਇਆ। ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਦੀਨ ਦਇਆ। ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਦੀਨ ਦਇਆ ਪਰਮਤ ਬਹਾਰਿਆ।
ਪਹਿ ਪਏ ਦੁਆਰਿਆ ਪਹਿ ਪਏ ਦੁਆਰਿਆ।
ਮੇਲ ਲੈ ਹੋ ਦਇਆਲ ਤਹਿ ਪਏ ਦੁਆਰਿਆ। ਮੇਲ ਲੈ ਹੋ ਦਇਆਲ ਤਹਿ ਪਏ ਦੁਆਰਿਆ।
ਤੁਝ ਬਿਨ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਏ ਬਿਨੋ ਮੋਹ ਸਾਰਿਆ।
ਤੁਝ ਬਿਨ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਏ ਬਿਨੋ ਮੋਹ ਸਾਰਿਆ।
ਕਰ ਕਹਿ ਲੈ ਹੋ ਦਇਆਲ ਸਾਗਰ ਸੰਸਾਰਿਆ।
ਕਰ ਕਹਿ ਲੈ ਹੋ ਦਇਆਲ ਸਾਗਰ ਸੰਸਾਰਿਆ। ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਦੀਨ ਦਇਆ।
ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ
ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਦੀਨ ਦਇਆ।
ਰਖ ਲੇਵੋ ਦੀਨ ਦਇਆ ਹਰਮਤ ਬਹਾਰਿਆ। ਪਹਿ ਪਏ ਦੁਆਰਿਆ
ਪਹਿ ਪਏ ਦੁਆਰਿਆ। ਦੁਆਰਿਆ ਮੇਲ ਲਿਆ ਦਇਆਲ ਟਹਿ ਪਏ ਦੁਆਰਿਆ ਮੇਲ ਲਿਆ ਦਇਆਲ ਟਹਿ ਪਏ ਦੁਆਰਿਆ
रख ले वो रख ले वो
रख ले वो दीन दयाल रख ले वो रख ले वो रख ले वो दीन दयाल
रख ले वो दीन दयाल कर मत बहुहारिया सारी कृपा करो एवरीवन रख ले वो रख ले वो रख ले वो दीन दयाल रख ले वो रख ले वो रख ले वो दीन दयाल रख ले वो दीन दयाल पर मत बहुहारिया टह पे दुआरिया टह पे दुआरिया We just experienced the joy that Guru Arjan Dev Ji had when talking about his experience with his beloved Vaheguru Paramatma. We shared a bit of that experience with Guru Arjan Dev Ji when we sang this Shabad. So you put yourself in the place of the Gurus. That is what the Guru tells you. There is a very interesting Pankti in Gurbani. Because today we are talking about application, right? Applying Gurbani into our lives. So there's this question, is it necessary? Is it necessary for us to apply Gurbani? Is it required? What if I don't want to? I'm lazy. I don't think it's important. I have more important things to do. So many questions in our minds, correct? Especially when we come to Samelan. And a lot of things is being, the controlled messages and information put to you pushes you in a corner and you start thinking, is it really necessary for me to do this? My life was perfectly fantastic before I came to Samelan. Suddenly all of them telling me I must start applying Gurbani in my life. Is it necessary? Guess what? It is a choice that you need to make. A conscious choice. You can choose to experience bliss and happiness while alive and become part of your Guru and make the Guru part of your lives, or you can choose to carry on the way you are, content with your lives. But the Guru guarantees you one thing. The Guru guarantees you that you will be in touch with the eternal happiness that is within you. And your happiness will not be dependent on the outside world. It will be within you at all times. You will be stable. You'll be happy, joyful, bliss, regardless of what's happening around you. You're not affected by what we call Maya. Maya is anything that takes us away from Vaheguru Paramatma. We talked about this earlier, success, ego, wanting to be liked by everyone. You post something, you immediately, 2 minutes later, you start checking how many likes I got for this message that I posted just now. Did my friend reply to my WhatsApp message or not? How come got no blue tick yet? What is this guy doing? Your happiness is dependent on that person. You're putting your happiness in other people's hands. Guruji says no. Happiness is within. So when we talk about application, there is this one Shabad, very short line in Gurbani. Guruji says, Gurbani Sat Saroop hai. Gurbani is the embodiment of truth. And truth there refers to Vaheguru, to the Lord. Sat, like Satnam, His existence. His existence is truth. Us di hond, us Paramatma di hond, sachi hai. It's true. He exists within all of us, within His creation. Gurbani Sat Saroop hai. Gurbani is a reflection of that Vaheguru Paramatma Himself. And the next line is Gurbani Baniye. What does that mean? Gurbani Baniye. Very short line. Gurbani Sat Saroop hai. Gurbani Baniye. Become Gurbani. Guruji is telling you. That is the secret of application, of applying Gurbani in our lives. Become Gurbani. We talked about experiencing the Shabad, experiencing the love and joy that our Gurus had when they were talking to Vaheguru Paramatma. Guruji tells us, we become Gurbani, internalize the messages. And what happens when we internalize the message? What is the essence of Gurbani? Guruji says the essence of Gurbani are his Vaheguru's virtues. His virtues. That means his positive qualities. You all understand what virtues means? Positive qualities of life. Can you all name some positive qualities? Anyone? What do you think are positive qualities? I want to get an idea of what you think something positive or virtuous is. Example. Anybody? Just shout it out. It's okay. Sorry? Merciful. Wonderful. Anything else? Kind. This is your time to shout. At the top of your voices, don't worry, we are in our Guru's house and we are talking about him. It's okay. Sorry? Playing football. Close. There's no wrong answer, don't worry. So maybe playing fair play. That's a virtue. Fair play, right? Fair play. Not injuring somebody purposely and all those kind of things. Okay? So there are so many virtues in life, right? Yeah, they're still shouting out wonderful ideas. Gurbani talks about 5 main virtues. And I'm going to just end by talking about these virtues. And you decide, do you want to become these virtues? Gurbani Baniye. Do we want to become those virtues or not? Gurbani talks about Sat. Sat we heard just now is truth. Sat. Second virtue, Santokh. What does Santokh mean, anyone? Contentment. That means you always feel that you have enough. Contentment is a bit tricky, yeah? Contentment actually means that Guruji says, Bina Santokh nahi ko rajay. Without contentment, no one becomes full. Contentment means the absence of greed. That means you want more and more and more, and you feel like until I get that BMW 7 Series, I will not be happy. Now I'm driving a Proton. Until I get the BMW, I'm not going to be happy. So the person who's driving the Proton, but he feels happy and he's contented with what he has, but he still works hard for something better, that is contentment. So contented means you're always happy with what God gives you, but you make an effort to improve yourself. Nothing stopping you from doing that. That's contentment. So Satta Santokh, second virtue. Third virtue, Daya. Somebody says merciful. Daya is being compassionate, having empathy in your hearts. Empathy. You know what is empathy? Empathy is a very interesting concept. It's the ability for you to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Very, very difficult. Very difficult. Especially when that person is looked at as an enemy, or that person is looked at as opponent, somebody who always disagrees with you, somebody you don't like, somebody who always puts you down. And our gurus face these kind of people during their lifetime. They face these kind of critics, People who put them down, people who criticize them, and people who said, why are you trying to, rock the boat? Everything is perfect. Why you want us to change? Guruji felt empathy from them. Put himself in their feet and try to explain things to them without being judgmental of them. That's Daya. Satta Santokh Daya. The next one is Taram. What does Taram mean? What is our understanding of Taram? Popularly, we say Taram means religion, correct? Taram is religion. But in Gurbani, when this word comes, Taram means righteousness. Or you can even say discipline. Having a disciplined life. Having a disciplined, righteous lifestyle. That means character, You're always doing the right thing. Not doing something which is wrong. Not doing something which will hurt someone or cheat someone. So we got covered 4 already. Satta Santokh, Daya, Taram, and finally, Tiraj. Tiraj is one of the most important virtues. It means patience. In this world, the world is so fast-paced. People lack patience, Guruji says these are the 5 main virtues. So if you want to have these virtues in your life, Gurbani is the method to make your life, enrich your lives, enrich your spirits, your souls with these virtues. So that is the importance of application. And when we slowly read Gurbani, go through the experience of our gurus, spiritual experiences of the Pagats, the Patta Sahibans, and all others whose Bani is in the Guru, Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, we get a glimpse of that experience of joy that they felt. And that is the one that is going to bring us closer to these virtues. Because Gurbani is full of these virtues. It talks about these things. In that Shabad we sang just now, Guru Arjan Dev Ji is throwing himself at the mercy of the Lord Paramatma. He's showing an egoless self of his humility. Sweetness and humility is the essence of virtue. Mithat nimi nanaka gun changyaiyan tat. And in Japji Sahib we read very important pankti. We read very fast. Sometimes Guruji says, Ven gun kite pagat na hoye. Without bringing virtues into your life, there cannot be pagati. We talk about pagati, doing Simran, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Guruji says, all that is futile if your life is without any virtues. Okay, so that summarizes what I wanted to talk to all of you about. And I think we have about 5 minutes of time. We will do some Simran and maybe also sing the theme Shabad again. Before all of you came into the Darbar, earlier we started with the Simran. Let us all close our eyes. It's not going to be very long, just 3 or 4 minutes. Okay? Let us end on a very positive note. And while this Simran is being done, think about what we spoke. Think about those virtues. Think about that Shabad that we sung. Mel layo dayal tepe dwarya. And think about the experience that our gurus went through to give us that wisdom, to give us that experience, to share that experience of theirs with their beloved, with all of us. Vaheguru, 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨ ਹੋਏ
ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨ ਹੋਏ
ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨ ਹੋਏ ਪਾਈ ਰੇ ਪਾਈ ਰੇ
ਪਾਈ ਰੇ ਪਾਈ ਰੇ
ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨ ਹੋਏ
ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨ ਹੋਏ
ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨ ਹੋਏ ਪਾਈ ਰੇ
ਪਾਈ ਰੇ ਪਾਈ ਰੇ
ਪਾਈ ਰੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਨ ਹੋਏ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ Thank you very much for being a very attentive Sangat. I think the numbers are a bit small, but all of you are fantastic. All of you are looking and listening to the talks, listening, trying to learn something. So hopefully with the blessings of Guruji, all of us learn something from this Samelan and go back richer spiritually within ourselves. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Morning one.
टूटा कर तुम पे अरदास जियो पिंड सब तेरी रास तुम माता पिता हम बारक तेरे तुम्हारी कृपा में सुख कनेरे कोई न जाने तुम्हारा अंत ऊंचे ते ऊंचा भगवंत सगल समगरी तुम्हारे सूत्र तारी तुम ते हो सो आज्ञाकारी तुम्हारी गत मित तुम ही जानी नानक दास सदा कुर्बानी। एक ओंकार वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। श्री भगवती जी सहाय और श्री भगवती जी की पातशाही दसवीं प्रथम प्रगति समर कै गुरु नानक लीति आए फ्रंक गुरते अमरदास नमदासी होए सहाय अर्जन हर गोबिंदनो समरो श्री हराए श्री हर कृष्णती आए है जिस तिथ है शब्द कुचाए तेग बहादुर समरिय करना दाव थाए सब तई होए सहाय। दसवें पातशाह श्री गुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी सब तई होए सहाय। ਦਸਾਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਜੋਤ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਾਰ ਦਾਤਾ ਤੇ ਅੰਤਰ ਕੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ। ਪੰਜਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਚੋਂ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਚਾਲੀਆਂ ਮੁਕਤੀਆਂ ਹੱਟੀਆਂ ਜਪੀਆਂ ਤਪੀਆਂ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਿਆ ਵੰਡ ਛਕਿਆ, ਦੇਖ ਚਲਾਈ ਦੇਖ ਵਾਹੀ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਅੰਡਰ ਕੀਤਾ, ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਸੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਅੰਤਰ ਕੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ। ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਸਿੰਘਣੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਧਰਮ ਹੀ ਸੀ ਸਥਿਤੇ ਬੰਦ ਬੰਦ ਕਟਵਾਏ, ਚਰਖਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਚਰੇ ਆਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਚਰਾਏ ਗਏ, ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ, ਧਰਮ ਨਿਹਾਰਿਆਂ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਕੇ ਸਾਸ ਨਾਲ ਦੀ ਪਾਏ, ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ। ਪੰਜਾਂ ਤਖਤਾਂ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ। प्रीतम सरबत खालसा जी की अरदास है जी। सरबत खालसा जी को वाहिगुरु 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 चित आवे चित आवन का सतकार सर्व सुख होए। जहाँ जहाँ खालसा जी साहिब क्या तहाँ तहाँ रचा रिहायत, देग तेग फतेह बिरत की पैज पंथ की जीत। श्री साहिब जी साहिब खालसे जी के बोल बाले बोलो जी। सिखा ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾਨ, ਕੇਸ ਦਾਨ, ਰਹਿਤ ਦਾਨ, ਵਿਵੇਕ ਦਾਨ, ਵਿਸਾਹਾ ਦਾਨ, ਭਰੋਸਾ ਦਾਨ, ਦਾਨ ਅਸਰ ਦਾਨ, ਨਾਮ ਦਾਨ। श्री अमृत साहिब जी के दर्शन स्नान, चौंकिया चंगे बंगे जुग जुग अटल धर्म का जकाल बोलो जी। सिखा दा मन नीवा मत उची मत पादा आप वाहिगुरु। हे अकाल पुरख अपने पंथ दे सही दातार जियो। श्री नानकाना साहिब ते हो दोबारा गुरतामा दे, जिन्हों तो पंथ ने विछोड़िया गया, खुले दर्शन दे दार ते सेवा संभाल दा दान खालसा जी ने बख्शो। हे निमाने दे मां निताने दे दान यो त्यारी उस पिता वाहिगुरु जी। आप जी दे हजूर है जी, आप अरदास बेनती है जी। संध्या वेले दे दीवान सजे हन, जिस विच दाता जियो कीर्तन नाम सिमरन दा जाप तेरा रस दा पाठ आप जी दे बच्चियां नाल रल मिल के कीता है। बानी पढ़दियां जाप करदियां होया अनेका प्रकार दियां भुल्लां गलतियां दी हिम्मत करनियां। इस वेले दाता जीओ भगवान हुक्मनामा बख्श के बख्शन दी किरपालता करनी। भुल्ला चुका माफ करने सही प्यारी मेल ने जिना मिलाए नाम चितावे। नानक नाम चढ़ती कला तेरे पानी सरबत दा भला। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। टूठा कुर आ गया पई अकाल की, तबे चलायो पंथ सब सीखन को हुक्म है। गुरु मानियो ग्रंथ गुरु ग्रंथ जी मानियो, प्रगटपुरा की देख दुगल को मिल बोझ है। कोज शज में रेग राज करेगा खालसा, खी रहे न कोई वार होए सब मिलेंगे बजे शरण जो होए। वार होए सब मिलेंगे बजे शरण जो होए। बोले सो निहाल। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
फिरत फिरत प्रभ आया, पढ़िया तो सरनाए। नानक की प्रभ बेनती, अपनी भगति लाए। फिरत फिरत प्रभ आया, पढ़िया तो सरनाए। नानक की प्रभ बेनती, ਆਪਣੀ ਭਗਤੀ ਲਾਏ। ਟੋਡੀ ਮਹਿਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾ ਕਰ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਡੁੱਬਦੇ, ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਸੰਤਨ ਅਵਰ ਨਾ ਕਾਹੂ ਜਾਣੀ, ਬੇਪਰਵਾਹ ਸਦਾ ਰੰਗ ਹਰ ਕੈ। ਜਾ ਕੋ ਪਾਖ ਸੁਆਮੀ ਰਹਾਓ, ਊਚ ਸਮਾਨਾ ਠਾਕੁਰ ਤੇਰੋ। ਅਵਰ ਨ ਕਾਹੂ ਤਾਨੀ, ਐਸੋ ਅਮਰ ਮਿਲਿਓ ਭਗਤਨ ਕੋ। ਰਾਚ ਰਹੇ ਰੰਗ ਗਿਆਨੀ, ਰੋਗ ਸੋਗ ਦੁਖ ਜਰਾ ਮਰਾ। ਹਰ ਜਨੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਿਕਟਾਨੀ, ਨਿਰਭਉ ਹੋਏ ਰਹੇ ਲਿਵ ਏਕੈ। ਨਾਨਕ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਮਾਨੀ। Continue. ਰੋਗ ਸੋਗ ਦੁਖ ਜਰਾ ਮਰਾ, ਹਰ ਜਨੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਿਕਟਾਨੀ। ਨਿਰਭਉ ਹੋਏ ਰਹੇ ਲਿਵ ਏਕੈ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਮਾਨੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Right.